Hey guys, it's Brook. What are you doing? Um, so, there's a lot of need for lead guitar players out there. If you're looking for a job, you could get hired, but you have to play well enough to follow chord progressions. As far as lead guitar, I watch my students that are working on learning, hopefully, as we all are. A lot of times we start a scale on the low strings, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of good riffs and things to play on the low strings. But as far as soloing, often the four skinny strings are going to give us like a brighter sound that might cut through. So I keep hanging around this fifth fret A business. But, a lot of my students are beginners or, just getting started. So it's kind of a good reference point for us. The shape that we work off of is based off of the fifth fret, sixth string. That's A, home bass. So you want to be able to find that really fast. Like 1, 2, ready, go, bam! You got to find that A note. Off of that A note, you might build, some rhythm. Off of that A note, you could add another note, make a power chord. That's called A5, the root and the fifth. When you play that, you got to play steady, like, and consistently. You could add one more note, the pinky. It's still A5. That's a A-E-A. 5, 7, 7. Make sure you know that shape really well. And that shape's going to move. Almost got it right there. Alright, so that's like the fat strings. And in that zone, you could build a scale like major, minor, blues scale, minor pentatonic, Mixolydian. Those are the main scales I use, or maybe harmonic minor. Alright, that's down in I call it the fat zone. I live in the fat zone. No, but we really want to get up into the treble zone. So, again, it's just part of the chord. A major chord which is shaped like E. See the E shape? Of course you do. Now, let's work on those four skinny strings, which let's just call the frets out. It's 5, 5, 6, 7. On the Beatles' Let It Be album, after one take, you can hear George go, like he's checking his tuning, making sure he's in tune. Hey, there's a George Harrison lick. It's a 5, 5, 6, 7. And if you put your fingers there, you got your chord. And that looks just like an F chord. Remember F, F, G, A. So learning this shape, I realize is very simple, but you want to be able to move that. Let's say you've got a song that goes A, B flat, G, C. Oops, where's my C? Let's go A, C, G, D. I fell apart. So being able to move that up and down the neck, you're not always going to play just like that, of course. I mean, that's kind of playing kind of blocky like, but it could be cool. So let's say you just did the two skinny strings. It's a possible thing. If you have to react quickly to a chord progression, and that would be musically correct if the chords were like a. I mean, I'd probably come up with something different than exactly following that, but it is a way to function and understand how to follow a chord progression. So with that shape, you can also do some things like so I was adding some notes to the shape. The shape is a good starting point. You know, if you pick up your guitar, if you've only been playing for a little while and a few months, and you're a beginner, you should really work on that shape and then add some notes. The first note I added was 2nd string, 8th fret with my pinky. That's a G, which makes it like an A. That's A. Here's A7. So that note really kind of cuts through. It's called a dominant 7, or we just call it A7. And then I did a little move like, that's like a C to C sharp. 5, 6 on the 3rd string. Then I added a C. That's a 8, 5. Here's the bend. So that bend was 3rd string, 7th fret, bending a whole step and like a C-A. Just working off of that shape there. And once you get comfortable with that shape, let's say the chord, the band, the song changes up to a D. Possibly you could function up around the 10th fret, which would correspond with your D chord. Let's say it goes down to C. What are you going to do? I'm just kind of exercising here. Let's say it went to a really weird chord. Let's say it went from A to A flat. Whatever. You could go wherever the chord takes you. You know, you just play that shape. And what I'm playing is just kind of exercise and example. You'd have to see what the groove is like. You know, what do the drums feel like? What's the bass part? Does it swing? What's the tempo? What's the feel? But, you know, just knowing that shape is kind of what I want you to think about. So again, it's like an F chord. You should probably practice like F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B flat, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, and E. And it keeps going. F, F sharp, G, A sharp. It's getting pretty tight. What do we got here? That's a A sharp. So yeah, man, just learn that shape and work it up the neck, and your fingers will be in position to play a lot of good stuff. So those nice thing about these notes is this is a higher frequency. Let's say you got a rhythm guitar player that's kind of chunking on the fat notes. You want the skinny notes. So I'm just working off that shape. Cool, man. Well, tell me what you think about the shape. I hope that you work on that a little bit. If this was review and too simple, I'm glad. If you know this stuff already, that's cool. Just enjoy your guitar.